tasks ahead of us. While this situation would be devastating for anybody, our complicated history of flood-related trauma, paperwork, and emotional distress adds layers to this experience. We dream of how much easier it would be to manage family crisis or our day-to-day lives without constant threats to Wilson Avenue. We have no recent flooding to report, thankfully, which we're incredibly grateful for. Each month, we hope to find ourselves a few steps closer to the buyout. We're extremely grateful to Dr. Wagner for his efforts during his tenure at University City, and we're eager for this project manager to begin. We do find it difficult to wait between city council meetings because of the communication breakdown when we haven't had much communication in general. We fear that without our presence at these meetings, the project would be delayed or forgotten. We would welcome additional communication from this project manager and any other stakeholders about the project, which can help us to make decisions and plans for the next months and years of our life together. Thank you as always, everybody. We appreciate the continued efforts and supports.
Thank you very much. You have before you the FEMA HMGP Flood Buyout Program letter. Are there questions of Mr. Rose or Dr. Wagner? Councilmember Brenner.
This is, thank you, Mayor Crowe. This is just a curiosity question. Why is there a difference between where the funding comes? The first one was 100% and the second one is 75, 25%, just so I understand how it works.
There, Honorable Mayor, Councilmember Brenner, there are different buckets of funding that's available up under FEMA. And the one for the Hafner Court apartments was different than what they were, than what it was for the for the single family residential homes.
Other questions? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve? Motion made by Councilmember Fuller, seconded by Councilmember Teeman. Is there discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Opposed? The ayes have it.
Honorable Mayor, before moving on, if I could take this opportunity just to recognize Dr. Wagner, who has moved on to a city that I will let remain nameless at this point. But I did want to publicly express my appreciation, not just for his work on the buyout program, but he was instrumental, as all of you know, in really navigating the comprehensive plan and getting that through to its completion. So thank you so much. Really appreciated the work that you've done.
Yes, we all appreciate all. Do you have a comment?
I just want to associate myself with those comments that he made, and I realize this is not in order, but I want to say something personal, which is to say that I think in politics, we don't talk enough about feelings, about how we feel. And I think we have been extraordinarily lucky in this city to work not only with fellow councilmen, with civil servants that we both respect and like. And it's made it much, much easier in working with Dr. Wagner that he's not only competent, he's a nice guy, and we're going to miss you. And I think we need to emphasize that bit, because we're all thinking people and we live in an enlightenment democratic republic, but you know, we're also post-Freudian and we have feelings and we need to talk about our feelings more. And so I thank you. I thank you for your kindness and your generosity.
Thank you very much. We will now move forward with unfinished business. We have before us Bill number 9573. Madam Clerk, may we have the second reading?
Bill 9573, an ordinance amending Chapter 110 of the University City Municipal Code relating to administration by repealing Section 110.040 thereof relating to disclosure of conflicts of interest and enacting in lieu thereof a new section to be known as Section 110.040, disclosure of conflicts of interest.
We have the third reading.
Bill 9573, an ordinance amending Chapter 110 of the University City Municipal Code relating to administration by repealing Section 110.040 thereof relating to disclosures of conflicts of interest and enacting in lieu thereof a new section to be known as Section 110.040, disclosure of conflicts of interest.
Thank you very much. Is there a motion to approve? Motion by Councilmember McMahon. Is there a second? Seconded by Councilmember Brenner. Sorry about that. There's a motion and a second. Is there discussion or questions? Hearing none. Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Councilmember Teeman,
Aye.
Councilmember McMahon,
Aye.
Councilmember Brenner,
Aye.
Councilmember Fuller,
Aye.
Councilmember Smotherson,
Aye.
Councilmember Clay,
Aye.
Mayor Crowe.
Aye. The bill is passed. We now have before us Bill number 9574. May we have the second reading?
Bill 9574, an ordinance approving a final plat for a minor subdivision of land at 7498 Delmar Boulevard.
We have the third reading.
Bill 9574, an ordinance approving a final plat for a minor subdivision of land at 7498 Delmar Boulevard.
Is there a motion to approve? Motion made by Councilmember Fuller. Is there a second? Seconded by Councilmember McMahon. Is there a discussion? Hearing none. All those sorry, Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Councilmember McMahon,
Aye.
Councilmember Brenner,
Aye.
Councilmember Fuller,
Aye.
Councilmember Smotherson, Councilmember Clay,
Aye.
Councilmember Teeman,
Aye.
Mayor Crowe.
Aye, the bill is passed. We now have before us Resolution 2025-11. A resolution approving the issuance of notes by the Industrial Development Authority of University City, Missouri to finance the acquisition and rehabilitation of Parkview Place apartments. Is there a motion to approve? Motion made by Councilmember Clay, seconded by Councilmember McMahon. Is there discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Wait, did I do that? That's right. Yeah, aye. We just got one resolution there. Now we've got a bill. Those opposed? Any opposed? The bill is passed. Now we've got introduction of bill number 95. There's a resolution, I know, John. It's a resolution, not a bill. We've now got the introduction of bill number 9575. Who would like to introduce? Councilmember Smotherson. Madam Clerk, may we have the first reading?
Bill 9575, an ordinance approving certain amended documents related to the 711 and 717 Kingsland Community Improvement District and the city's taxable industrial revenue bonds, 711 Kingsland Avenue Project, Series 2025.
Thank you very much. That concludes our new business for the evening. Are there council reports from the commissions? Councilmember Brenner.
Thank you, Mayor Crowe. I know that the city manager put this into his letter, but I just want to reiterate that we had a meeting with the council regarding the forestry's request to look into the maintenance of street trees on county roads. And I was present at that meeting. We got lots of good information. I will take that back to the commission. And then if the commission has recommendations for the council, they will be bringing those forward. So that's all. Thank you.
Anyone else? Hearing none. Madam Clerk, do we have any citizen requests to speak at this time?
No, there are none.
Thank you. Any other council comments this evening? Councilmember Fuller.
Yes. First of all, I personally, at the request of several citizens, are putting together a pilot meeting which will be held tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Centennial Common in the conference room. And we're putting together the idea of organizing an emergency response group from the citizenry, which obviously will come under supervision of the fire department. Chief Henson knows that this is being proposed, and we're going to try and stay out of his hair, but be support. So for those of you who are live streaming, we're putting together a group of ideas tomorrow night, and hopefully this will get into more community involvement that will address disasters and those sorts of things that, I'm sorry, we are more frequently experiencing. May I take license and go on to one other item?
You have license during
Thank you, sir.
comments.
Going on to an earlier discussion that involved the project going up, or the project that's being proposed for the cemetery. I also want to be very forthright here. My chain has gotten rattled a lot this week by folks that have a self-appointed committee that have gone ahead and tried to readdress flooding issues that had already been vetted through the Planning Commission. And I, like Councilman Clay, really don't participate in social media, but we were the point of media, not national media, but local media on a story that really addressed a different issue. And I just want the citizenry to know that that particular project has not come forth other than through the Planning Commission and had been vetted by the Stormwater Commission. And that came up, and a couple of us got calls from the media that were not appropriate. And I'm just going on record of saying that I'm going back to Councilman Teeman's issue. We are not at fault here. And I don't appreciate groups pushing their agenda on the back of another project. And if you have questions, I'd be happy to talk with you about that. Thank you.
Councilmember Teeman.
Completely different issue. Honorable Mayor, members of the council. As many of you know, I used to live in Mexico City. I am mindful that before our next meeting, Mexico will celebrate its Independence Day. Many here think Mexican Independence Day is celebrated on Cinco de Mayo, which actually is the commemoration of a victory in battle. Independence Day is the 16th of September, the day Father Miguel Hidalgo rang the church bell and gave his famous call to arms, the cry of independence, ending with "Long live Mexico." To honor our Mexican and our Mexican-American neighbors, who I hope will forgive my terrible accent, I offer these words in Spanish and in English. Honorable Alcalde, miembros del Consejo, el Día de la Independencia de México es político, sí. También es una celebración dedicada a la cultura de nuestros hermanos y hermanas mexicanos. Por lo tanto, nos unimos con nuestros vecinos y unámonos con Miguel Hidalgo en decir Viva México. Viva los hijos y las hijas de esa hermosa nación. And in English, Honorable Mayor, members of the council, Mexican Independence Day is political, yes. It is also a celebration dedicated to the culture of our Mexican brothers and sisters. Therefore, we join with our neighbors, and let us join with Miguel Hidalgo in saying, "Long live Mexico, long live the sons and daughters of that beautiful nation." Thank you.
I have very brief comments this evening. And I think some of my colleagues were on council at this time. But a week ago Sunday, I happened to be at church just across the way, and one of our residents who happens to go to church with me had a medical emergency. And we were fortunate that we had a nurse nearby and ended up being a couple of doctors nearby. But in making sure that everyone was okay, we called 911. And our wonderful paramedics were there in, I think, 3 minutes, probably pretty close to that. And they came in to a lady who was probably a little bit disconcerted and had passed out. And they started talking about what she had for breakfast, where they went for breakfast. And it was the most professional, casual gathering of information while they took all of her statistics, they took blood, they did everything. And I know that I'm pretty sure that the three of you were on the council with me. It made me very proud of the votes we took in 2019 to bring our EMS folks back, because I remember the problems that we had when it was outsourced. And I stood there and watched those folks with immense pride at how professional and caring they were to someone. And it just was, it made all those votes and all those battles that we had worthwhile. So to all the folks who keep us safe and make the city hum, I would say to all of you, thank you very much. And with that, I would welcome a motion to go into closed session according to Missouri Revised Statute 610.021, legal actions, causes of action, or litigation involving a public governmental body and any confidential or privileged communication between that governmental body or its representatives or attorneys. Is there such a motion? Motion made by Councilmember McMahon, seconded by Councilmember Teeman. Is there discussion? Hearing none, Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Brenner,
Aye.
Councilmember Fuller,
Aye.
Councilmember Smotherson,
Aye.
Councilmember Clay,
Aye.
Councilmember Teeman,
Aye.
Councilmember McMahon,
Aye.
Mayor Crowe.
Aye. Thank you very much for joining us this evening.